Malaysia should strengthen its ties with Africa to diversify markets and supply chains as competition between the United States and China intensifies. The Southern Africa-Malaysia Chamber of Commerce says the shifting global landscape makes it essential for Malaysia to limit its exposure to external shocks.
Therefore, in Malaysia's interest, it's optimal to look at Africa as a provision of diversified markets, resources, and new supply chains that will help Malaysia reduce exposure to geopolitical shocks. Two, it's also in terms of South-South cooperation and our ambitions around BRICS. It shows Malaysia's intent to deepen cooperation on the shared agenda around fairer trade rules, development financing, and inclusive global governance.
Recently, Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim completed a three-nation tour of Ethiopia, South Africa and Kenya. His journey began in Addis Ababa before he travelled to Johannesburg for a working visit and the G20 Leaders Summit. Salim also noted that South Africa serves as a practical gateway for Malaysian companies entering the African continent, supported by its industrial base and strong logistics, finance, retail, telecommunications and manufacturing sectors.
And it also provides a pathway for Malaysia to scale into the continent through the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Basically, it offers access to a market of 1.3 billion consumers with a 2.8 trillion economy. So the key opportunities for Malaysian businesses is around automotive and EV supply chains, mining and minerals, processing, renewable energy, digital services, and logistics. These are industries where South African firms operate across the region and where Malaysian companies actually have room to grow in. On the converse side, I'd just like to also mention that, South Africa exports meat, dairy, and processed foods into the Middle East and Asia, and Malaysia, with its world-class halal certification, has a strong potential for joint certification with South Africa and to improve and strengthen its supply chains in penetrating GCC and ASEAN markets.